Good morning, peace and love. Do me a favor, hit the like button and hit the share button, and let's get started. All right, let's look at SPY. Um, let's look at this thing. So prior to last week, SPY was on a nice run up. It moved up after hitting rock bottom at bottoming out at 380, and for the past week or so, it's been in this little zone. And if you look at most charts, pretty much uh, most stocks are have been doing the exact same thing. They've been consolidating. And I've been sharing in these videos that typically when that happens, that it's going to make a strong move in one direction. Last week we got as high as 417.44. Um, it went and retested that yesterday and got rejected again. However, last week also there's a major support at 407 as well, and it hit 407 twice yet last week. It did not break through. So we've been in this same little area for a while. And so yesterday I was looking at charts and whatnot, and I was saying to myself, well, it may be time to change your bias because it keeps getting rejected up here at the 416 levels. Um, and However, it has been rejected at this level too, at the 407 level. But then I want to show you what happened as I was talking to my friend Don. Shout out to Don. He trades with me last night on the phone. Um, I looked at Bitcoin. Let me look at this at a smaller time frame. I was looking at Bitcoin around this time. It was, and Bitcoin just fell off of a cliff, right? And I was like, damn, I was just sitting there watching it like, whoa. Um, and it broke some support levels. However, it didn't break this level here at 2,800, 28,000. I'm sorry. It didn't break down that low, but it did break this support here. Um, after this was after making an it made a retest yesterday at this level. Then price pulled back sharply. So um, when I saw that, I was like, okay, the markets may follow. And then, sure enough, I looked at the Dow. Same thing. We see heavy bleeding. Hasn't broken its support level either. Um, Then the Nasdaq, same thing. The Nasdaq actually did break a major support level, break its support level. Um, and then this is the S&P. It has not. You see, I put these alerts here. Whichever way direction it breaks out in, that's which direction I'm going to trade. So um, I'm looking at it to go to the downside and to break this support today. However, let me just like yesterday, see what happened yesterday. Let me show you on the weekly chart. Um, there's a moving average at 416. The 10-day moving average is at 416 on SPY. So I knew that would be a tough resistance to break. However, we still have uh, those same support levels. We have support levels here at the 10-day moving average on the daily chart, and the 20-day is right below the price. So it's what's going on is a fight. I've been saying that for a week now. It's a major fight going on. That's what consolidation is. Somebody's going to win, and right now at this moment, it looks like um, the Bears are winning. But it all could change, man. This here, we'll see if it bounces. It has to break last week's high. If it breaks below 406.93, I will be looking for puts. If it gets rejected, it could get rejected and bounce the other way. It's not looking like that will happen, but it could happen because it's been happening for the last week or so. It's been in that low box consolidation. So that's my opinion on the overall market. Um, Trading what's right here in front of me, what I see. Uh, so I'll give you a ticker and then I'll close out looking at, because I was looking at talking with Don, I was looking at Dollar Tree like, man, this would be a good entry. And I had drew a trend line here and I was like, yeah, we could probably get in around here. And Don was like, man, I don't think we're going to get it at that price. And, because that's around the time when Bitcoin and all the stuff started dropping. So looking at Dollar Tree to get in here on today, it already has gapped down $5 in the pre-market. So the time to be in it was yesterday at the close, actually. But it's still an opportunity. What's going on with Dollar Tree is we have this big, huge gap. You have a couple of gaps. This is the thing. You got a gap from here to here. You got a gap from here to here. And then below here, you got a gap over here from here to here. So with the way the market is looking with these pullbacks and whatnot, and they only got up to the price only got up this high due to popping their earnings. And even when it did that, it did exactly what SPY's been doing for the last week and a half, and that's just consolidate. So put this one on your watch list for a move to the downside. All right. Appreciate all the support and the love that and the questions that you all send me in my inbox and stuff on Facebook. Get up with me and we can put together a trading plan and whatnot. Looks like things are going to the downside, and being patient is one thing. Let me talk about entries real quick. Give you an idea, because I use the 15-minute chart. Some people use smaller time frames, and that's great. But I want to show you how the market pretty much plays its hand every day. This first 15-minute candle. This candle, when I saw this candle right here, I said, oh boy, here we go. You see it has a big wick, a topping tail, what I call a topping tail, and a bottoming tail. So this right here, this one candle is enough to say, okay, it really isn't giving you an indication of a direction. And sure enough, here we go. We got a nice, it opened, it pulled back, and we got a nice push. Buyer stepped in heavily and pushed price up. Next candle goes up, sets a high, then it starts consolidating. Okay, when you start seeing that, it's time to get out, because there's a chance, especially this thing consolidated up here in this level for an hour and 15 minutes. That's way too long, because if it was going higher, it would have done it. Then we had a nasty pullback. So the way that, what I'm saying is, the way the chart looks is an indication of this very first candle. Let me give you more confirmation. This very first candle here, we see price, it opened, it shot up, and then it pulled back sharp, giving you a very big wick, a very big topping tail. That is an indication that there's a very good chance that this day is going to be a bearish day. And sure enough, had you gotten in on this topping tail in this area, could have rolled price down to this area. Same thing right here. First 15-minute candle. It opened, pulled back, ran, boom, right? Now it came right back and retested it. However, it still gives you an indication that this may be this top this bottom and tail gives you an indication of what may happen on that day. And we look at price. This was last, what was that, Wednesday, Thursday? Yeah, and we had a very bullish day. So be mindful of that. Pay attention to what's going on in pre-market. Pay attention to what's going on. These very first candles. I try not to make entries so early in the so early at the open. You know, you can get slaughtered at the open. So be careful of that. Be mindful of your entries. All right, I'll be back tomorrow. Hey, same to you, Lance. Appreciate you coming through, sis. But those are I'll get back to you all later on today. And maybe I'll go live later on and give you an idea. If SPY breaks through that major support level at 407 or 406.93, I'll come back and chop it up with you all live about what's going on, because it's looking like we're getting ready to go to the downside. All right, I'm out. Peace and love.